stage, so I don't want to, announce it out of order or something.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be JimmyJTran versus Disrupt Shadow 20Z. The match that I remember from these guys was at E-League.
Yeah.
Where it was very close, and Jimmy stopped Shadow's reign of terror because Shadow was beating everyone there, right? And then at the end, when that rule came in, I forgot what the rule was exactly.
The revival
rule, exactly. The question was, do we bring back Shadow or Majin? And they went with Majin, and they lost. And it's kind of like, man, Shadow's playing really good. If he had another chance, would he take out Jimmy? Oh, the rock, paper, scissors ring.
Oh.
Oh, it's 1-1. Oh.
Yeah. All right, Jimmy wins the RPS.
Damn, he didn't even pop off. Serious mode Jimmy right now.
Yeah, normally he gets like, yeah.
And I was watching his match earlier. You and Reno were commentating when he played earlier. And I was watching him in my room, and I thought, man, Jimmy's playing really good today. Come down here now. I see him in the last break we had. I talked to him. I'm like, yo, man, you're playing fantastic today. He goes like, nah. I'm like, what? Like, you're playing so good. He's like, could be better. Like, okay.
I mean, like, isn't the artist is his own worst critic, right?
Yeah.
He makes something and it's like garbage, trash, throwing it away.
This guy does like side step up, crouch dash forward, jet upwards. Like, yeah,
I could have done that like 2 frames faster.
Yeah, it definitely was off. Like, he totally punished him.
Yeah, and you bring up that E-League thing, I was like, that was definitely, like, I feel like Shadow's follow-up performance, the strong style where he beats Saint.
Yes.
And that was like the beginning of him, like, being on the, at the very least, the national level in terms of Tekken.
Definitely. And I still don't feel like he believes it yet. I think everyone else sees it. I don't think Shadow sees it.
I don't know what he thinks half the time, you know?
Like early today we saw against Rick the Ruler, he brought out Anna. And I was like, why did he need Anna? He doesn't need Anna, but it worked.
Yeah.
But
he thought he needed Anna.
Right, but I don't think he needed it. I don't think he realizes where he's at with his Claudio.
He's definitely the one that makes me believe that Claudio is still really good in this game.
Oh yeah, he's the Claudio player in America, period. Like, there are other good ones, but he's the one,
But yeah, these guys are going with their mains for this first match.
So what we want to see, Kinder Jim. Man, old man JimmyJTran versus young man Shadow. That is wild.
And
JimmyJ's an old man.
Jimmy's not even 30 yet, is he?
I think he's very close if he isn't.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a 3 in front of his age yet.
If he doesn't, it's right around the corner.
That's how young he was when he first was playing. When he first started playing Tekken and when he was playing Third Strike, yeah. But these guys are starting off on Kinder Jim. Not the first time these two have tussled.
Hold up a second, man. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'll talk about it later. JimmyJTran, Shadow.
Catch a kick.
Oof. Look at the damage on that axe kick. Tracking.
All right, Jimmy losing this positioning battle early on. Shadow trying to keep this wall, but uses the mock kick, kind of like the extended sidestep left to get away, but Shadow just pins him down right after that real pursuit.
Flat. Boom! Thanks for the Starburst, girl. Round 1, Shadow. And Shadow's made all the right decisions so far. Home move right when Jimmy decides to step. All the punishes have been on point.
Yeah, and that's, like Shadow is so good against somebody of Jimmy's style and against somebody like Bryan, because one thing I noticed is like there's very few unnecessary button presses from Shadow. Every move he chooses, you see the reason why he's using it.
Yeah. Patient defense, smart offense here.
Caught him. Kick confirms it too.
Boom! Superman!
Quick 2 rounds from Shadow over JimmyJTran.
Yeah,
I want to say I'm surprised, but I'm not.
Remember what I was saying about Jimmy playing good today? Take it all back. He's playing absolutely horrendous for Jimmy J. But I actually did feel that way when Shadow hit him with the hot kick when he was whipping that string from downtown. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, Hellraiser! Sidestep 1 finds its mark. He's not going to get the wall here, but pretty close. Pushes him back a little bit with that sidestep. Requiem. The wall's on the left right now. Let's see if they try to move to pin each other down. Bryan using these back ones to get himself some space. Try to break on that guard of Shadow. Oh, sidesteps the sidestep 4. You rarely see that.
Yeah, he was ready, right? He saw the rage drive at the cancel. He's like, all right, I'm out of here. Sidestep left.
Oh.
Yeah, he went for the orbital attempt there.
Gets floated. He's going to get a clean wall splat here. Running 2 just so he can get Starburst.
Yeah, interesting choice. I like it.
Catch kick. Oh, counter it forward 3. This is definitely going to be a wall splat here.
What are we doing?
Quick wall splat. Don't get up. Don't stay down, though.
The classic.
Big life deficit from Shadow right now. He's going to figure out some way. He's got Starburst.
He just needs one whip.
Yeah, one launcher from Starburst could be what he needs. He's got the wall positioning.
Getting killed, but the back one doesn't. He just like that. Final round, game 1. I knew it'd be close between these two. Catch it.
Kick. Whips the down back 3. No response from Shadow. It's so weird when you're playing. When you know playing that somebody. When you're. Let me start again. When you know you're playing somebody that's good, and they whip in front of you, and it's like you're not ready for it because like why would you whip that move in front of my face like that?
Oh man, Shadow got caught. Second hit. He's in
die
trouble.
Now or die later? No, die later.
Hatchet.
Another hatchet.
Oh man, and Shadow, you know, a little short of emotion. He tilted his head all the way to the side, looked down, like, man, how did I let that slip? I was up 2 rounds. And Jimmy J looked aside like, I am playing horrible. That is the worst performance of my life.
Why did I whip that down back 3? I'm an idiot.
I did it in range where he could have backdashed it. And then he did. Man, I wonder if that's the kind of thoughts that actually goes through his mind.
I would be surprised.
Do a move where if he backdashed, I would miss by a pixel.
And then he
backdashed. Terrible placing.
Yeah.
You know?
The Shadow going to jungle outpost.
Number 2, the good one.
This stage is the biggest buff in Season 2.
I don't know. It's pretty nice, though. Yeah, Reno said you're a fool for liking this, by the way.
He's an idiot. How could you like this less than Jungle Outpost 1? I like this so much, this is my default training mode stage now.
Oh, wow.
Just so I can listen to the music.
It actually is exactly mine, too. Hey,
oh, misses the Requiem.
Man, Jimmy's total control right now. Shadow, his offense is really lacking. You know, we talk about him, you know, being really, what's the word? Compact with his button presses.
Yeah.
But right now, he really needs to step up the button presses because he's not getting any buttons in on Jimmy, and Jimmy's not giving the opportunities to hit these buttons as whip punishers.
I mean, that's just like you just see like purpose. You know why he's using these individual buttons, and he doesn't like to do more than he has to.
But look at Jimmy right now. Oh my goodness.
You know, you just wait and then you get rewarded. Up forward 4 for the flip over.
10 seconds.
Oh.
Back 4.
The Cynic?
The Cynic. What the hell is that?
Who's that?
This guy's such a nerd. Comments on YouTube channels nowadays, but he doesn't come out to tournaments. It's like, what? Flow combo? No.
What's up, Charles? If you comment on this video. All right, running forward, takes it. Axe kick.
What the hell?
A lot of posturing, a lot of nothing from these two guys. Back 1, trying to push him slowly to that wall. You see Shadow kind of inching his way away from it.
Holy moly, what a good forward 3.
Oh, big knee though. And this stage is so small up here, you know a wall is going to be close.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pick this stage because Bryan, he missed the forward 4
kick.
Dang, no Big Mac?
Yeah, it doesn't let him bother it. Now,
set point for Jimmy J, just like that.
The first match was pretty close, but hatchet kick.
Smelling another one. Well, he doesn't need to. He's got the life lead.
Oh, orbital.
Catch him coming in. Wall carry. Bing, bang, boom.
It stays down. You don't want to eat a taunt setup. Oh, buddy.
I'll take the taunt setup. I'll take the taunt setup. I won't take the taunt setup. No. JimmyJTran over Shadow. Shadow shaking his head. Didn't like the way that one went. He started off so strong, 2 rounds straight, but then Jimmy ran it back 6 straight rounds on him after that. Jungle Outpost 2, it's a risky stage to pick against Bryan, right? I mean, obviously Bryan, if you get anytime your wall splat, you got to make a decision how to get him off the ground. It's so frustrating, right? And Jimmy's going to get you to the wall eventually. So
yeah, now a Bryan player of Jimmy's caliber, once you get that eat that wall combo, you're in that horrible guessing game. It's like if I get up now, I die. If I stay down, I die slower.
Right.
But then you know, depending on what he does, like you know, kick off on the floor, I get flipped over, I tech roll right away. Maybe it's another taunt setup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
it's like
it's really an odd choice for a stage against Bryan or any good Bryan player, right? I mean, personally, would I go to an infinite stage against Bryan? Probably. I think so.
Maybe.
I think so.